This podcast is sponsored by The Spot. The Spot is a creative company that uses art science, the study of color, and image theory to positively impact your feel-good. The Spot features the art, music, fashion, and graphics of Voodoo Fae, the modern renaissance. Come visit The Spot at 572 Myrtle Avenue in Brooklyn, or check them out online at thespotforart.com.
Our next story from the Marvel Universe is back to Disney, where Disney cast the lead role for the upcoming Miss Marvel series. The character will be the MCU's first Muslim superhero. How do you feel about that, Tom?
Well, I guess you're asking me how do I specifically feel about it because I am a Muslim American.
No, I wasn't. It's that I read the topic and I asked you. That's how we do the show.
Oh, that's how we do the show?
Yes.
Well, I am a Muslim American.
We have never read the actual topic and then answered first. We always,
I feel like I do that all the time, but okay. How do I feel about it? I'm excited. Like, I have always been a huge fan of Miss Marvel. I have her first comic written by, G. Willow Wilson. I actually met her at Comic-Con. She is a Muslim American. Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum. And
I think we're gonna have to delete that.
And
the CIA is listening now.
She created an amazing character, Kamala Khan, who is from Jersey City and constantly talks about Jersey City and absolutely loves Jersey City. But just because it's like what her story was about was just more than her being because she's an inhuman, she's not a mutant, and about her getting her abilities, but it's also about coming of age in America to first generation immigrants or Americans. And I believe she is Pakistani American. And, she has a brother, her mother and father live with her. And she did such a great, G. Willow Wilson did such a great job of incorporating the world of being Muslim and like dealing with the contemporary world and adding in the fact of being a superhero who actually becomes a member of the Avengers. She did a really good job of telling that story. And I have her very first issue. I have it signed and I have every single issue after that. So I'm like, and I'm not sure.
Do they have like a secret meeting for you to get those?
Yes, a secret meeting for me to get the Miss Marvel comic.
I'll say this: I'm very excited. I love diversity.
Right.
And
definitely.
I love it when it's not forced. It actually feels genuine.
Right.
But also, it's good. It's good for Middle Eastern people, people of Middle Eastern descent, to look up on the screen and see someone that resembles them, where it's not.
Slight correction. So Miss Marvel is Pakistani, and even though she is Muslim, she would be considered Indian. So
Indian, okay.
Yeah, so she would be an Indian American or Asian American, and the actress that will be playing her is Iman Valleni. So the big ups to Iman Valleni. We hope to see great things from your series. I personally am very excited for your show, and I haven't seen your work before, but I'm looking forward to you bringing this very diverse, strong woman to life.
The only negatives I see in the character is the character's name and the character's power. And the characters, no, Mrs. Marvel, no, Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. Uh-huh.
People get confused, so they're gonna say, wait a minute, so there's no more Captain Marvel?
Well, see, the thing is that's answered in the comic because she always looked up to Miss Marvel, Carol Danvers, Miss Marvel. Mm-hmm. And so what happened was, how Marvel does, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel dies and comes back to life like a million times. And so what happened was Carol Danvers then went on to be Captain Marvel, moved on to be Captain Marvel. And so when Kamala Khan gets her powers, like she runs out and she just grabs like this outfit. And when they ask her, she calls herself Miss Marvel. And so everyone's like, whoa, Miss Marvel and stuff like that. And
so it's more of a tribute.
Right. And Carol Danvers actually comes to her as Captain Marvel and anoints her. Like, I recognize you as Miss Marvel. You are Miss Marvel. And
And
she's her mentor.
and another obstacle,
Mhm.
because I won't say is the power.
Oh, Bigham.
Essentially a
Bigoning.
plastic. No, her power. She's
Well, that's what she
essentially
calls them. Bigoning. She's her bigoning. So she gets big and she gets little. Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Mhm.
I'm not sure how it's gonna translate into a series.
And I mean, I agree. It did take a
Now,
minute
if
to get
now they were
used to.
doing a motion picture, the budget would be bigger, and there's more. You have more at your disposal. Whereas with your TV series, it could come off looking like the guy in the Flash.
Well, I propose something to you. What about the oh man, Doom Patrol? What's her name? I can't
I
remember her
mean,
name.
but she just turned into a blob though.
But no, now she like in the last season, she's learning to shape and make different things with her elastic woman. Is it
But
elastic
yeah,
woman?
but you aren't watching Doom Patrol for her powers, for her
No,
particular powers. You are watching it for the insaneness that's going around in that household.
right.
You know,
Well, remember, this is not going to this is going to be Disney Plus. This is they're not
yes.
gonna they're not gonna like
Doom Patrol is rated R. Doom Patrol is rated R.
very true, very true.
so
I,
so she does like she has a lot more at her disposal with her plastic man like powers that Miss Marvel is gonna have.
yeah. The thing is this, Miss Marvel can do a lot of things, and like granted, um, they focus on you see her bigoning a lot, like getting larger, but like she doesn't necessarily have to like distort her shape a lot because a lot of times she just gets really large or she can shrink. Um, but like in terms of like shaping her body into different things, she doesn't necessarily do that a lot. But I could
but,
see
but
them
but even making herself, make
larger.
that beginning, as you
Mhm.
call it,
Yeah.
you know, is it going to appear cheesy in a series? Whereas how Ant-Man looks in the theater or the film
Right.
is completely different to how Ant-Man would look if they were doing a show.
I don't feel like they'll drop the ball. I think, because like especially now because of the awareness of diversity and representation in Hollywood in general.
Just don't half-ass do it.
Yeah, I feel like Disney is not going to drop the ball on this. Only, especially after John Boyega, they're going to do their best just to save face. I'd be surprised if this was not like top notch quality.
You've been listening to Two Brothers at a Water Cooler with Mike and Tom, produced by Jamie Fernandez and Peter Bune. Rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts, and you might find your review in a future episode.